So I had a gentleman ask me on Twitter, how to get over jealousy. I feel really important talking about Twitter. I'm on Twitter. You can ask me questions on Twitter too, I guess. If you follow me on Twitter, you can talk to me there. Or just down here in the comments below. Sometimes that's easy. I always answer all the comments as much as I can anyway. So what this man was asking about was jealousy. He's always jealous of other people that have more than him, or perhaps they're in a better situation in life than he is. And like I always say, there are many ways to address this, really. There are many ways. But from an enlightenment point of view, I would say that you are confusing an experience with a reason. Okay, so some of you out there might understand what I'm saying. There is a certain density or an experience inside you, and it's uncomfortable. And then you are calling it jealousy and saying, that reason over there that I'm observing is the reason why I'm feeling that. Right? There's a situation that you have tied up in your mind that says, that situation, when I see that, then I will feel this. But this uncomfortable feeling has always been there. It's always there, actually. And it's just that you always wait. It's almost like a tiger waiting for a kill or something in the bushes. You're always waiting for that situation to show up, and then boom, that's the feeling you go to. That's the uncomfortable feeling. So you observe somebody having something more than you, and then, oh, there it is, that feeling, and then you go off in a bunch of thoughts. So the first thing I would recommend for anybody experiencing this is to ask yourself, are you feeling good about that? Does it make you feel good to be jealous? Because I'm not here to say right or wrong. I don't care, honestly. I'm here and I do lots of things. I've wiggled free lots of suffering, and I've tried both sides. So I'd say if being jealous is making you happy, go nuts. Have fun with it. It's okay, There is nothing I could tell you that will say that there is right and wrong to any experience you're having. But there is one question you want to always ask yourself: am I suffering? Nobody else has to know. I don't have to know. Nobody else has to know. But you have to know. It's the most important thing. You have to know if you're suffering. And if you are suffering, if it is very uncomfortable, which I guess it is, because that's why you're asking me, to figure this out for you, then you have to have the humility to say, okay, I want to really know what this thing called jealousy is. So if you get to this point where you decide you really want to know what jealousy is, then you start to really look inside. You know that there's an experience like a density or a discomfort in your body. You may feel it in your body or in your heart, almost like an emotional pain, okay? And then you will notice that your mind will go to a bunch of reasons why it's there. Perhaps you're swearing, I want to kill that mother, whatever, all this stuff's going on. The whole story, I want to beat that person up, I want to, What you need to do now is start to let go of this story in your head. This is one technique, there are a few, but this is one. Let go of any thoughts that are constantly in resonance with that pain, that keep on reinforcing it and making it worse. You actually decide to observe those thoughts. You don't take them seriously, I guess is another way to look at it. You just observe them, just be with them. And every time you get caught in the windstorm of thoughts and you start going there, and then boom, recenter yourself back again. Recenter yourself, keep watching them, keep watching them. Treat them like they're another person. There's somebody else actually telling you a story. Those thoughts aren't even your own. Start treating it like that, because it's closer to the truth than what you think. Okay, so you just observe the thoughts. You start making space between you and the thoughts. One way is to start listening to the silence around you. And you give as much attention to that silence around you as you do to those thoughts of jealousy and that whole story around it. Okay, this is a yonic approach. Just listen to the silence. Okay, good, yeah, somebody's talking in the background. Those thoughts, they're talking to you. But now listen to the silence. Keep training yourself back on the silence. Keep making that the priority. Don't let those thoughts win. They're just somebody nagging you. That's all that's happening. Just keep concentrating on the silence, right? And at some point, you'll feel like there's more space between you and those thoughts. And perhaps the pain that is in your chest or in your second chakra, down by your belly, wherever it is you're experiencing this jealousy, will possibly become stronger. Possibly there's more of a density there. But don't attach a story to that discomfort. Keep allowing that discomfort to be there. Be with it. And now let's investigate what that really is. Really look at it. Look at it with fresh eyes every single instant. Sure, it was painful a second ago, but what is it now? What part of me is looking for pain instead of looking for what's there? See, this is humility. You're actually really looking. You really want to know the truth. What's really there? Is that pain? Or is that pleasure in disguise? Is that bliss? Is that a creamy, light feeling? Is that a fluffy feeling? Is that, because these feelings are there too. And the truth is, these feelings are your natural state. So anything that is dense must be a fabrication of the mind. Okay. So this is a technique you can apply. Now mantra, and I'd recommend the Om Shri Rama Jai Rama Jai Jai Rama, helps work with the centers that jealousy is usually deposited in. So it's a great mantra to work with. If you're having trouble applying this technique, you work with that mantra. The bellows breath technique, which is also on this channel, I would recommend you work with that to help blow out that jealousy. You know, use that intensity you have, that anger and that, you know, that fire. Start blowing that through. Perhaps a physical exercise, like a yogic exercise like that, will help you blow that emotional pain through as well. So it's called breathing techniques, pranayama, right? So there's no right or wrong technique here. I'm going to be very specific. I'm applying one technique with you or two techniques, but there are many techniques that are yogic which will get that pattern out. But one thing you will know for sure one day is that pattern is something that is an illusion, and it has nothing to do with how you really feel. It's how you think you feel. It's something that you actually made up, perhaps a long time ago. Perhaps it's in your ancestral karma. Perhaps this body you were born into came with that type of feeling, right? Two people can be born in different families, and I guarantee you their experience in their physical bodies are different because they're born in a different ancestral lineage. That's why people have different mannerisms, people have different smiles, different gestures, you know. This is why, that their genes actually come with a certain amount of information, good or bad. Okay, so sometimes that jealousy is also in there. It was a survival thing somehow, you know, procreation thing somehow. You know, kill the competition, get rid of the competition, so that way there's more food for me to eat, you know. It's an instinctual, low vibration way of thinking that isn't necessary. You don't have to hold on to it. It's not necessary. It won't serve you, and it's not serving you now, so now it's time to let it go. You've evolved past that, right? So take a look at the mantra if you wish to work with a jealousy pattern and to become free of that. And I encourage you to watch this video over and over and really apply this technique. Really sit with it. You know, you could start your meditations like this, and at some point you'll notice that there's enough space, and then you just fall into meditation. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again. Oh, you're still here. Okay, so if you wish to subscribe to the channel, if you haven't already, I'll put a subscribe button right here, okay? And if you wish to watch another video, I'll put a video link right here, so you can just take a look. And if you want to make sure you get the latest updates and notifications in your email when I upload a new video, what you do is just go below this video and just click on the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And then right beside it, there's a little gear icon. It looks like a little gear. Click on that and then check the box that says send me notifications. So I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you soon.